Alright, we got the coils and we got the spark plugs. You guys already know what it's time for. This is my first ever catless car, and oh my gosh, it smells like butt crack, but it sounds so good, I can't even take it. Ugh. Your boy be staying at the Home Depot. Gotta run in here and get some tools for the spark plug change. Alright guys, tools are picked up, so now we just need to go find a decent place to go get the work done. Working on your car in Boston is incredibly frustrating because people walk by and make comments and bother you, and it's just really annoying. Alright guys, welcome back to Zay's Garage, the channel where we try to do videos on one of the most annoying streets in Boston, and we try to make sure that there's clear audio. No, just kidding. Alright, anyways guys, we are doing a spark plug change on the B58, actually coils and spark plugs. I found that this engine is a lot easier to work on compared to the N55 or the N54, because it's so much easier to just access that 6th spark plug bay in the back. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna show you guys step by step how I'm gonna pull this apart, and yeah, let's get this job done. Okay, so I went up and I got myself a torque wrench because I didn't have a torque wrench, and then also I got an external Torx kit that has, I believe, particularly what we're looking for is the E18 E8 socket. So this kit has both of those things that we need. So I'm gonna put those to the side. So I just have a regular 3/8 inch drive ratchet here for a few bolts that we need to get. I bought a couple extenders for the spark plugs, and somebody from the car community here in Boston was so kind to give me the 14mm thin-walled socket. Shout out to Laguna Seca 335i. You can follow him on Instagram. Dude, I wouldn't be able to get this done as soon as I wanted to without his help, so thanks. So guys, let's go on ahead and dive into it. Okay, first we're gonna start with these bolts here up top. These are 10mm. You can just get yourself a little 10mm ratchet here, and you can just pop this on here. My extension is broken, but I bought a new one from Home Depot, but this will do for now. Should just be able to give it just like one good turn, and it should be out. Alright. Alright, that one comes out pretty easily. Well, I knew it was only a matter of time until my extension fell off inside the car. Alright, so I lost my 10mm socket to the car, so I found a replacement. The 1332 seems like it'll get it off. Okay, now we're just gonna move this kind of like strut bar protector here. There's a little wire in here that you want to just pull out that runs across. Just move that out of the way, and then you should be able to come from this side and pull it right out. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to pull my engine cover. Alright, so the next order of business is dealing with the chassis brace. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 E18 Torx bolts that we need to pull out. Alright, I don't know if you can see it right here, but this one is the one we need to get. This one's gonna be a little bit harder to break because I think I just need some more leverage, but so for the next ones, they're kind of more here in the center here. All right, I'll put it. They're up here, so just get a little like flathead screwdriver and just pop these little covers out, and should be good to go. Another part I'm not getting back. Alright. But anyways, let's attack these bolts here. This is a lot easier with an extension, but I don't have one. Alright, with that done, we should be ready to take out our strut brace here. Should just pop right out. So we have this plastic piece we need to remove, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3. I imagine that there's another 3 on the other side, so let me get my ratchet back out. Alright, this last one is causing me some trouble here. I don't know why this thing won't come out. Okay, so now it's finally out. You can probably take this plastic piece right out. Is it still stuck on something? Oh, aha, there's a 3rd bolt here. One thing to note is there's 4 bolts on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just remember that when you're working on it. I'm not gonna pull this off completely. I'm just gonna put that to the side like that, because there's still kind of like a little grommet here that's like holding on to it. So I'm gonna take that out. So now that all that is off, we can pull this little cover, little rubber piece off. And voila, we have full access to all 6 of the bays. So now the actual spark plug change can commence. All right guys, so we're gonna be able to pull all the coil pack connectors out. You can essentially pull them out by just pulling this little thing back, and then you just gotta release a little bit of a little tab in here, and once you release that, it should pop right out. But be very careful with them, because obviously this is very delicate and you guys don't want to break this stuff. So let's go ahead and disconnect all of these. Okay, so now that all these are disconnected, we can attack the coil actual screws here, and these I believe are a Torx 8E external. Alright, so here's the first one. Let's get it pulled out. I'm just gonna start by loosening them all up so that I can just do one at a time. Yeah, I highly recommend that you do each bay at a time, because if you just leave them all open, there's a possibility something could fall into the engine, and I don't want to take those odds, because I really don't want to have a torn up engine. So be very careful about that. All right guys, so my torque wrench apparently does not torque at the spec that I want. So the spec is 17 foot-pounds, I believe. I think shout out to No Clutch Garage. His video helped me figure out how to do this, but I don't really have a torque wrench to be able to do this exactly to 7 foot-pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the coil packs, and based on how I pull these spark plugs out, I'm going to try and put the same kind of pressure back on as I put them in. So yeah, I'll have to be a good judge. It'll have to be a good judge. I have to be a good judge of the measurement, but I just can't go to the autos parts store and get another torque wrench, because this is my only vehicle. So yeah, so let's try and make this happen. Here we go, guys. So let's get this coil pack off here. All right, one is out. So the reason I'm changing my coil packs, if you're just wondering, is because it's recommended for whenever you start tuning your car. The coil packs on this car have about 55. They have about 55,000 miles on them. And you know, if I'm going to be running a stage 2 tune on this car, I want to switch all these out just to make sure. And same thing goes for the spark plugs. This is the reason why you want to do it. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and pull the spark plug out. All right, so here's a 3/8. I believe this is a 3/8 drive ratchet, and then I have about a 10-inch extension, and then I have the 14mm thin-walled socket that you need for these BMW engines. So let's go ahead and try and pull this thing out. All right, guys. So my socket tool here doesn't really pull the spark plugs out, but hey, look at this right here. I was able to just pull it out right with the old coil pack. So this will just have to do for now. So let's go ahead and get these new spark plugs in here. All right, I got the Champion spark plugs. So I was gonna take my coil pack. So good thing to know is that I ordered my spark plugs for BMW spark plugs. I'll put a link in the description, and these are pre-grabbed to 0.2. I believe it's 0.022. All right, guys. So I'm gonna adjust it. I'm gonna tighten it to how I felt it was tightened before when I first pulled it. So don't try this at home, but basically just tight enough so that it feels like you have to work to get it loose. That's what I felt. That's what I felt before. So that should be good right about there. And if I blow my engine, you guys saw it here first. All right, so here's our new coil pack. Seems might be kind of dirty. Might want to just brush it off. Also, note for the spark plugs, you do not need to use anti-seize as well. Just trying to make sure that there's a good seal with these fresh coil packs. It seems like they're a little unruly. But these coil packs really aren't necessarily OEM, so it's kind of to be expected. So as you guys can see, the coil pack installation is pretty easy. Just make sure the bolt's nice and tight. Reinstall your connector. And then rinse and repeat, guys. Do this for all the 5 remaining slots. And then you should have successfully changed your coils and your spark plugs. All right, so coil packs and spark plugs are all in, tightened down. We're gonna do a first startup just to make sure everything is on the up and up. Okay guys, so spark plug coil pack change is complete. As you guys can see, seems to be no problems with it running. So like I said, I highly recommend that you guys get a torque wrench and make sure you torque it down right. I just kind of did a guesstimate with this torque spec. Honestly, most of the spark plugs were not of the same tightness when I was pulling them out, so it may not be that big of a deal, but nonetheless, I'd rather you guys be more careful with it. So all the tools that I used and all the items that I used for the job will be in the description. And once again, guys, if you're going stage 1, if you're going stage 2, coil pack and spark plugs are absolutely necessary to make sure that that you're ready for the tune. Otherwise, you're gonna get misfires, and you don't want your engine to be misfiring. So go on ahead and get your spark plugs and your coils done before it causes a problem, guys. Hey, this has been another video. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.